Hello, it is Monday morning and I am totally excited because I am on my way to meet Marnie, and the first half of the day is going to be dedicated solely to writing. I also decided to stay extra focused. I'm going to make a goal list for the day, not necessarily a to-do list because to-do lists can be really long, but a goal list. So these are my 3 goals that I want to accomplish today. 1, writing with Marnie. 2, cutting and gluing an Impala bag. It's a supernatural bag I make on my Etsy store and someone just bought one, yay! And 3, read for an hour. Because I tell ya, I read before I go to bed and I'm usually really exhausted from the whole day, and I'll read like 3 pages and fall asleep with the Kindle on my face. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up with the Kindle on my face. So it's taking me a really long time to get through these books that I love, and I just want to finish them so I can move on to the other books that I love. So every day I'm dedicating an hour to reading. So let's see if I can finish these goals today. We are here at Starbucks and Marnie and I are going to work on our book. We have been working on this project for 20 times. The book, not as long, but the actual story, we made it into a teleplay originally. So it's going to be a TV show, and we wrote that, I'd say, 20-something years ago. It was a long time ago. We play tag, and it's Marnie's turn. It's
do you know the date? You know the date of your email?
Oh no, don't even tell me.
You sure? You want to tell you?
Oh God. This is when I wrote my chapter to give to Marnie to then write her chapter.
Yeah.
What was it? No.
January 10th, 2017.
What? It's been a year?
Yeah.
Shame on you, Marnie. Shame.
It is all my fault. Thanks a lot. I'll be okay.
Marnie's so close.
All right. Well, we are actually determined.
What?
Best.
You're the best.
Nothing's gonna ever keep her down.
Oh,
look!
Fight! It's good. It's good.
I have an itch.
Good vlogging. Oh, okay. Never mind. No.
Fight, ready?
Marnie and Natasha reenacting the Xander Harmony fight scene in Buffy. Perfect. Okay, so Marnie is going to work on her chapter a year later. We're both going to have to reread the book because we've actually forgotten the details. But everything's all outlined though, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm actually going to work on Atlas Rising while Marnie supposedly finishes her chapter. And then hopefully I'll get it so I can write mine. Okay, I finished my first chapter and got into the second, so making progress. I can tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. Is basically I'm starting out each chapter with a flashback, because the biggest problem I was having with my book is that it's 300 years later for one of the characters. For one character it's been 2 months later, but for one of the other characters it's been 300 years since we last saw her. And so I found that a lot of my book was telling people about things that happened to her 300 years, you know, throughout that 300 years instead of showing it. But since it's a linear book, you can't really show it. But my problem is that she's, you know, either thinking about what happened or, you know, telling somebody about what happened, and I hated it. I hated it. So I was thinking, how am I going to do this? So I started writing novellas, thinking that maybe it's because I'm just not in her headspace, and I feel like I'm, you know, because I just don't feel like 300 years have passed for her. So I wrote these novellas, and I liked the novellas more than I liked the novel, on her chapters. So I was like, is there some way I could put these novellas into the book? And then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, actually, why don't I start out every chapter with a flashback that pertains to that chapter? And so that's what I'm doing. And then with the Chelson chapters, the girl that it's only been 2 months for, she has a lot of flashbacks to go through too. And then that way I can incorporate, because both of these books are multi-cast books, and a lot of the characters got thrown by the wayside because there's just no room for them. And this way, with the flashbacks, I can actually develop more of those characters, and you can see peeks into their past and how they pertain to that moment in what's happening in the story. So I'm very excited. It just means, though, I have to go through every single chapter and write something in the beginning of each chapter, which I'm enjoying. I'm actually enjoying. I'm really enjoying the Kayla chapters, the girl that it's been 300 years for, because I really get to delve into what she's had to go through for 300 years. So it's gonna take a while, but I think ultimately it is for the best, and I'm really, really excited to see where it goes. But now I am on my way home because I have to start the other half of my day, which is sewing for my Etsy shop. Okay, I've got my homemade pattern of the Impala from Supernatural. It's a bag. So this really, really sweet girl contacted me a couple months ago, actually, asking about this listing because I had taken it off. Because usually I only sell things on my Etsy store that I have in stock, because, you know, it's just nicer to, when somebody buys something, I can just ship it out. But I had stopped making the Impala bags for a while, and she had seen an old listing, and so she contacted me and she said she was going to a Supernatural convention and could I relist it for her so she could buy it in January after Christmas. So she just contacted me yesterday and she's all like, can I buy that Supernatural bag? And I'm like, of course. So I am making this for her right now. Got my pattern, and I've got the chrome for the bumper and trim of the Impala, and then black and white. And basically when I'm making my bags, it's a 2-day process. I have to cut everything out the first day, and then I actually have to glue it to where I'm going to sew it, because you're talking about very fine details on the dragons as well, and pins just don't work. It's just, it'll move, it'll shift, there's nothing you can do. So I have this insane glue that keeps everything in place, and I basically cut everything out the first day and glue it, and then day 2 I will sew. So technically I won't be sewing today. I will just be cutting out and gluing. Tomorrow I will be sewing. So here we go. It's late. I'm in my pajamas. As soon as I got home from writing, because I really wrote most of the day into the afternoon, so when I came home I went straight into cutting and gluing, and instead of just cutting and gluing one Supernatural bag, I actually did 4, because I figured, why not? I'll have some stock. But I checked that off the list, and then I took a nice, relaxing break and read for 1 hour. So I accomplished all 3 things on my list. Yay! Okay, I am going to bed. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!